Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu passenderweise Part 3 von The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the Third. Warum alle Trails in the Sky Namen nicht einfach durchnummeriert sind, so wie später auch auf Cold Steel, ich weiß es nicht. Es ist halt so, wir müssen damit leben. Kommt damit klar, es ist jetzt auch nicht so schwer. Wir haben den Prolog in der letzten Folge geschafft und entsprechend 136 Level, wir sind völlig über allem drüber. Und passenderweise werden wir jetzt damit in das erste richtige Kapitel stoßen und jetzt lernt ihr diesen Clou des ganzen Spiels kennen und auch warum es ein bisschen anders ist als die Teile davor. Wir werden nicht mehr frei über die Welt laufen, wir werden nicht mehr wirklich, es war schon relativ linear, aber wir werden nicht mehr wir erkunden eine Welt haben, sondern eher einen mysteriösen Ort und herausfinden, was wir da wollen, warum wir da sind und was das alles zu bedeuten hat. Ihr werdet es jetzt sehen. Ich erzähle schon wieder viel zu viel vorneweg, wir gehen jetzt einfach rein. Zack. Tja. Chapter 1, Phantasma. The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the Third. Phantasma ist der Ort, an dem wir sind. So viel ist ja schon mal verraten, aber das ist jetzt auch nicht so der große Spoiler. Schauen wir mal, was uns erwartet. Hier sind wir letzte Folge zum Schluss aufgewacht, nachdem wir so gar nicht verstanden haben, was wir da sollen. Ignorant cults. The kin of Vegarnar. The Cosmographica. Oh, here's the Azure Fragments. Whoever manages this library must have some out-of-this-world connections to have gathered this many rare books from all over the place. Oh, this is a copy of Istmian Tales? What's the banned book doing here? The guys over at the Congregation for the Sacraments would flip the lid if they saw this thing. Yeah. And there aren't just old and rare books either. I found one that was published this year. No way. What's it called? It's called Libellian Cuisine. Ich kann es nicht aussprechen, es tut mir leid. Cuisine, published by the Libel News Service. That can't be real. What's that doing here mixed in with all the other stuff? You sure you aren't pulling my leg? Your guess is as good as mine. The photographs of food in it look delicious, however. Oh, I bet they do. There's this girl named Dorothy who works for the LNS and she's one incredible photographer. Oh yeah, don't know how I forget, but weren't you hungry? I was, but I finished eating while you were busy looking at the books here. I did save some for you, of course. Was kriegen wir noch übrig? Rice handed over a smidgen of her egg-salad sandwich. Oh, wie lieb von ihr. How fast did you eat? Wait, we bought that poor store's entire bread supply and this is all that's left? They were perfectly baked too. The flour used was clearly of high quality, but bread like that can't be made without excellent water either. I think I like Liebel. Well, I can't deny the country's got some great grub to try all around. Let's get off the subject of food already. I know, there's something truly odd about this place. I should have a thorough look around. Yeah, oh, come to think of it. It's completely stopped glowing now. Might as well be inactive again. I doubt it was a coincidence that it started glowing just before we were sent here. This is no ordinary artifact, that's for sure. Give it to me, Kevin. I'll look after it. Why? Protecting you is my duty as your squire. As such, I can hardly stand by and let you keep something that possesses such danger on your person. I should be the one to keep it. Wait a minute, Reese. Give it to me. Look, first, we still don't have any conclusive proof that this cube is the reason we ended up here. Second, despite me being the one who had it up till this point, you're here with me anyway. So unless you plan to take it off me and run as far away from me as possible, who's holding it won't make a damn bit of a difference. But still, sorry, but this time I'm actually ordering you. You wouldn't disobey an order from your superior, would you? Alright then. But if we find out for sure that it really is dangerous, promise me you'll get rid of it. That's all I want you to agree to. Alright, promise. Anyway, you up for some exploring? I don't know what's up with this place, but it's time to try and find out. Fine by me. Ja, und damit erkunden wir den Hermit's Garden. There are a number of great valuable books. For some reason, a copy of... Ich kann hier aber noch nichts, also die Kamera kann ich auch nicht drehen. Das heißt, hier haben wir eine fixe Kameraperspektive. Und, warte mal, kann ich hier die Karte aufrufen? Ja, im Grunde genommen werde ich jetzt hier einfach einmal alles abgehen müssen. Ich meine, das wäre einfach so. Es müsst ihr euch so vorstellen, ich habe euch das doch schon mehrmals erklärt, dass es diese Korridore später gibt in Trails of Cold Steel und auch Into Reverie und so. Da gibt es diese Korridore, wo man so eine Hubwelt hat und von da aus geht man dann durch. Das ist im Grunde genommen genau das als ganzes Spiel. Deswegen bin ich auch nicht so ein Fan vom dritten Teil. Auch wenn hier wahnsinnig spannende Storybeats drin sind, werdet ihr im Laufe dieses Walkthroughs noch merken. Aber ich finde diese Struktur nicht so geil. Hier ist es aber noch per Hand gebaut, was ich schon mal sehr, sehr angenehm finde, weil später in den Spielen ist das ja zufallsbasiert und das raubt dem Ganzen so völlig das letzte bisschen Charakter. Da ist es aber Gott sei Dank auch nur ein Teil des Spiels und nicht alles. Ne? Muss man so sehen. What's that? Ja, was ist denn da? Ein Stein. Harry Potter und ein Stein. Well, this is foreboding. Doesn't look like to be a relic of the ancient Sumerian civilization, though. I agree. As far as I can tell, it's not any kind of device, simply a stone monument. Oh, there's something written near the bottom. Oh, so there is. Was steht denn da? Let's see. Ich kann's nicht lesen. The Hermit's Garden. Okay, jetzt wissen sie, wo sie sind. What is this supposed to mean? I'm not sure. It could be a message or maybe even... Actually, let me look it over some more before I say anything. Okay. Achso, er guckt wirklich das Ding nochmal an. Nope, can't find any hidden switches or the like anywhere. You were right, it really is just a stone monument. Shall we try destroying it and see if anything happens then? I get first hit. Wait, no way. Just because we've established it isn't any kind of device doesn't mean nothing bad will happen if we go smashing it to bits. Don't worry, I was just joking. You so weren't. Anyway, let's save extreme options like that until after we've explored all of our more reasonable ones. I say we should go and look around somewhere else. Okay. Ja, finde ich mit mir auch. Und jetzt gehen wir erstmal hier lang. Also ihr müsst euch das so vorstellen, dass wir quasi hier nach und nach die Bereiche freischalten. Jetzt ist hier noch nichts freigeschaltet, wo wir dann einkaufen können, wo wir uns spezielle Items holen können. Also das ist wirklich, das ist eine Hubwelt, zu der werden wir auch immer wieder zurückkehren, neue Charaktere freischalten. Das ist übrigens etwas, das geht nur, wenn man den Spielstand aus dem vorherigen Spiel mitnimmt. Da kriegt man, glaube ich, ein paar Items irgendwie geschenkt einfach. What's this? I'm not sure. I'll take a closer look. Lunar Seal, Earth Sepith, genau. So. Oh, dumped all the Sepith on the ground. Well, whatever. Don't think anyone will complain if we take it. Yeah? Don't tell me you're feeling disappointed it wasn't food. You're incredible. I didn't know you knew how to read people's minds with your thaumaturgy? Was that part of your Dominion training? Sure wasn't. All I needed was to know you. Okay, was ich noch vergessen habe, was wir auf jeden Fall machen müssen, wir müssen auf jeden Fall noch Reese richtig ausrüsten. Ihr habt mich jetzt gerade 1400 Angriff, aber wie wär's mit über 2000? Ja, finde ich, mit mich auch. Auch hier haben wir wieder schönere Sachen, geben wir ihr. Und Grey Locket ist, glaube ich, all, genau, das brauchen wir. Und dann können wir ihr noch ein schönes, irgendwas, was hier. Sehr schön. Ja, dann sind beide schön ausgerüstet. Ich liebe übrigens hier die Charakterbilder. Unglaublich. Finde ich richtig, richtig schön. Ich habe auch mit dem Interface, ich habe immer das Gefühl, ich weiß nicht, wie es euch geht, das ist einfach nur ein bisschen anders, aber ich habe schon das Gefühl, es wird mit jedem Teil irgendwie so ein bisschen slicker. Ich weiß kein anderes Wort dafür. So, was haben wir hier? Ein Wasserfall mit einem Kristall. So, ein Tisch. Well, this is nice. Aber was soll das, ne? Looks like some kind of rest area or something. But why? What's it doing here? Well, resting is important. I'd love to sit and enjoy a relaxing lunch here. Well, I'll give you that it might be kind of nice. Although personally, my first thought was that I'd love to sit and fish here, if there were any fish to be fished. Really? I didn't know you still liked fishing. Sure, can't say I've gotten any better at it, but a hobby's a hobby. I was surprised at how many fishing fanatics there are over in Liebe. There's a guild in Grunzel that's really hardcore into it, and one girl I ran into would give me most pros a run for their money. Oh. Something wrong? It's nothing. Regardless, it's a shame there are no fish in it. The water here is exceptionally clear. I think this should suffice as a water source for us at least. Yeah, alright, let's go check somewhere else. Ja, also ihr merkt schon, wir lernen im Grunde genommen unsere Basis kennen. Und ich bin so hin und her gerissen, weil hier gibt es so unglaublich gute Story-Elemente in diesem Spiel. Ich finde die Struktur nur, es ist nicht meins. Wo ich übrigens im Gegenzug weiß, dass Kollege und Freund Dimmy, diese Struktur unglaublich gern mochte, weil er diese ganzen Bracer-Punkte immer nicht so gern mitverfolgt hat. Kann ich auch verstehen, aber irgendwie, weiß ich nicht, für mich gehört es so ein bisschen dazu. So, wo kommen wir jetzt hin? Zum Baum, genau. Der kann uns in Zukunft, wenn er leuchtet, komplett heilen. Das ist auch ein Element, was wir in späteren Teilen des Öfteren sehen werden. Sowohl in Reverie als auch in Cold Steel. Noch irgendwo anders? Ich weiß es gerade gar nicht, aber naja. What's a huge tree doing here? There's no sign of any others in the surrounding area either. As big as it is, it doesn't seem to be a fruit tree, unfortunately. Sie mit ihrem Essen, ey. Figures we wouldn't get that lucky. Come to think of it though, you were always an expert on plants and medicinal herbs and stuff, right? You don't recognize what kind of tree this is? I wish I did, but no. At the very least, it isn't one that grows on the western side of the continent. Did you work something out? Maybe, maybe not. We should try looking somewhere else now. Alright. Still, even if it doesn't bear fruit, maybe it has sweet sap inside like maple trees. May I cut into the trunk a bit to see? No, you cannot. Ja, man merkt schon, jetzt geht's hier ein bisschen weiter. Wir können ja auch hier noch runtergehen. Hier ist auch noch mehr zu entdecken. Was haben wir denn hier? Ein Tisch. Sonst nichts. Ich weiß nicht. Also ich bin hin und her gerissen. Ich finde, als Abschluss der Reihe ist The Third ein guter Abschluss. Ich finde nur, die Spielstruktur ist nicht so meins. Weil ich nicht gedacht hätte, dass das wirklich alles ist. Und das ist alles. Wir werden jetzt verschiedene Dungeons immer wieder kommen, immer wieder hier landen, neue Story-Sachen freischalten, neue Bereiche erkunden. Das ist schon nicht schlecht, aber ich habe mir, glaube ich, was völlig anderes vorgestellt. Oh. As far out as the eye can see. Ja, da ist nichts, außer Sterne. Just where are we? Beats me. Still, wherever we are, it's big. Judging by how our voices don't echo anyway. Yeah. Ja, das war's, ne? Mehr gibt's nicht zu entdecken. Oder habe ich irgendwas übersehen? Nö. Kann ich jetzt irgendwas machen? Aber ich war doch jetzt überall, oder? Kann ich hier? Ja. Okay, es ist ein typisches, ich muss irgendeinen so Event-Trigger wieder auslösen. Okay. Well, we've investigated the whole area now, but we didn't find anything that would give us any idea as to where we are. Maybe not specifically. I think I may have an idea what kind of place this is though. Really? It's a place both within Liebe and not at the same time, like a separate dimension of sorts. Can you elaborate? Well, you see, during all the trouble with the Aureole. Genau, und jetzt erklären wir quasi das Ganze mit den verschiedenen Dimensionen, wo die Liebe-Arc ja auch im zweiten Teil versteckt wurde. Wow, so you think the place we're in may be similar? can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. There are a few cracks in my theory, unfortunately. I think I understand what you mean. The Libellian cuisine book we found earlier is one, right? Exactly. We assume this is some kind of enclosed space sealed away with the aureola all those years ago. How did a book that was only published this year get in here? All the other unusual books are from after the Great Collapse too, which means someone else has been going in and out of here within the past year. Could it be that man in black we met at the port? Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't peg him as the kind of guy who'd want to read about Libellian cuisine, though. That's very true. Either way, I think we can say for sure now that this situation we're in was planned out by someone. Possibly before that cube even came into our possession. You really think so? But if that really is the case, what should we do now? There's the million mirror question. We don't have much to work with here. Just a big open area with no way out. Aha. Oh, this again? Huh? Ja, und gut, dass wir es dann doch nicht kaputtgeschlagen haben, ne? Und plötzlich sind die Sachen aktiviert worden. Übrigens immer noch tolle Musik. Ich finde auch beim dritten Teil gibt es deutlich nochmal mehr neue, coole Stücke. Was ja auch passt. Wir sind jetzt ja wirklich auch ganz woanders. Okay, da kommen wir nicht hin. Aber ja, what just happened? I don't know. And what was this cube's doing? Guess we can add altering this area to its list of quirks along with wrecking our quartz. Are you sure it's a good idea to keep it on you? Honestly, I get the feeling we'd be shit out of luck without it. At least now we've got some new stuff to investigate that could lead us in the right direction. We should go and check all the places that have changed. Alright. So, machen wir also nochmal. Shouldn't we investigate the monument first, Kevin? That definitely looks to have changed. Alright, we probably should. Okay, ich kann es mir gar nicht aussuchen. Ich habe gedacht, ist egal in welcher Reihenfolge, aber na gut. I could understand if it were an artifact or an ornament, but how did a lump of stone start glowing like this? It's like magic. Now, there's an apt enough description if I've ever heard one. Only thing I can add to that is that the laws of the world as we know them don't seem to apply to it. Rise. Huh? That was a voice, wasn't it? Raise the cube before the monument. Who's there? Who are you? Please. Okay. What are we going to do? To hell with it. Not like we got any better options. Ja, finde ich mit mir auch. Was wollen wir denn sonst machen? Visitors from afar. This again. This voice is different though. Welcome. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you power. Huh? Name your currency, so that we may transact within the system that you know. Wait a second, what do you mean by currency? Maybe it's going to sell us things in exchange for Mira? Oh, I getcha. Understood. Then I shall grant you power in exchange for that currency. Restore HP, Shops into the Synthesized Quartz. Slots, sind die schon alle offen? Ja, die sind alle offen. Oh, wir haben noch gar nichts ausgerüstet an, ja, machen wir mal. Also im Grunde genommen einfach so eine Station. Release my brethren, then we shall grant you good fortune. What do you think that was about? How would I know? Bizarre as it is to say, we should be able to buy things for Mira and use Sepith to synthesize quartz here. Pretty useful if nothing else. We do still have the Sepith that was left over when our quartz were shattered. Perhaps we should use those to synthesize some new ones. Sounds like a plan to me. We can stand on our own 2 feet just fine, but we're gonna need recovery yards if we ever find ourselves in a jam. Okay, für uns ist das kein Problem, denn wir dürfen das noch alles haben. Ach toll, guck mal, ich bin noch ausgerüstet. Aber kann ich nicht noch besser ausgerüstet sein, ist die Frage, ne? Cast. Nee, habe ich nichts anderes. Information würde ich austauschen gegen Heaven's Eye. Continuous Eagle Eye Information. From a distance. Enemy Locations on Minimap. Eagle Eye Information. Ja, guck mal. Information plus Eagle Eye. Das ist ja wohl sehr gut. Was war denn Information nochmal? Aber war nicht auch noch irgendwas, dass wir Truhen sehen können? Das heißt Treasure Chests. Ja, hier, Detection. Das geben wir aber Reese, glaube ich, einfach. HP Mind, Evade. Ja, du kriegst jetzt Detection. Das ist ganz geil. Ja, und jetzt im Grunde genommen, das spulen wir jetzt mal ein bisschen vor. Die Wege sind jetzt schon nicht gerade kurz. Jetzt müssen wir wahrscheinlich das hier auch wieder untersuchen. Da. The bottom of the water is glowing? It's beautiful. Welcome visitors from afar. Schon wieder. Again? It sounded like it came from the spring. Visitors from afar, quench your thirst. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you vitality. Drink. CP was restored to maximum. Ah, okay. Okay, hier ist es dann noch anders. Später wird es ein Baum sein. Hier ist es das Wasser. Das heißt, beim Baum werden wir wahrscheinlich einen Shop haben, einfach irgendwie sowas. When my radiance is restored, I shall grant you vitality once more. When you have fought several battles, return to me. I've never had water that actually energized me like that before. How is this even possible? I don't know, but I feel full of life as well. Looks like the water here only has that effect when it's shining, though. Yeah. Well, with all the energy we've got now, I don't think there's much more we can get from here. We should check back later if we're ever feeling tired. Right. Und das ist halt so das System, auch wie die Bäume später funktionieren. Man kann sie dann in Revelry auch gegen eine spezielle Währung wieder auffüllen. Aber im Grunde genommen benutzt man die Eimer. Die laden halt auch die CPs komplett wieder auf 200 sogar. Und dafür halten die halt nicht ewig. Also man kann das einmal benutzen und dann irgendwie muss man ein bisschen in der Story vorankommen. Dann sind sie erst wieder aktiv. So, noch zum Baum. Den haben wir ja noch nicht. Holy Strigus, now this is something. It really is. It's as if petals of pure light are floating through the air around us. I welcome you, dear guests. What's that? Did the tree just talk to us? In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you the blessings of the earth. However, my power is not without its limits. I require compensation in exchange for its use. Also hier können wir alles Mögliche kaufen. Brauchen wir aber nicht. When my master's power returns, the variety of blessings I offer shall increase. May the blessings of the earth be upon you. Also im Grunde genommen, ne, ist ein Shop, der nach und nach in der Geschichte erweitert wird. Das ist so. Man, if someone told me a tree just chatted them up and offered to sell them ingredients, I'd tell them they've had one too many drinks. Reese, something up? That great tree took root near to a 7-colored spring, and there it granted blessings and joy. An excerpt from the book of Genesis, verse 7, verse 7, the primal ground. O hallowed Adius, thank you for the divine protection and mercy you have bestowed upon us. Well, aren't you just tickled pink? I'm not sure this tree has anything to do with a goddess, though. I disagree. Even the testaments of the goddess say that all roads lead to food. Food is the fundamental basis of everything. That's not in any testament I've ever laid eyes on. That said, let me give you this. A recipe book. Huh? Why are you giving this to me? Because you are remarkably impious for a knight of the church. You should work on becoming more devout through cooking in her name. That doesn't even make sense. Besides, can't you just do the cooking yourself? But you've always been better at it than me. I'm sure it's the wish of the ingredients to be used by the best chef possible. But still. Please? I'm too soft for my own good sometimes. Well, fine, but you have to help me, deal? Also, the second I catch you snacking on something while we're making it, I'm done. I know. Dann war's das. Dann können wir jetzt erstmal wieder zurück zur Mitte gehen. Genau, und da kommt auch schon noch eine Zwischensequenz. You don't think that could be the exit, do you? If anything, I'd say it's more like an entrance. A monument that sells us items, a tree that sells us ingredients, a spring that restores our vitality. It's like everything in here is designed to help us prepare for something dangerous. Or am I reading into it? I don't think you are. So what should we do? Should we try stepping on it? I don't have any better ideas at this point, although it might be better if you stayed behind the... Never mind, ma'am, we'll go together. It's not like there's any guarantee you'd be safe here, actually. Of course we will, but first I should give you this. Graal's written notebook. Huh? What are you doing with this? I was asked to give it to you by Commander Salnut. In her words, Kevin's reports lately have been far too vague for my liking. I'll bet he's not even taking notes while he's out on the job. Give him this so he's got no more excuses to slack off. She figured it out, huh? Hold on, how are you close enough for her to ask you this kind of favor? She was the one who taught me how to use my Templar sword. I respect her deeply. No joke, I had no idea. But she kept that from me on purpose. Can't say I'm surprised. If I'd known, I sure as hell wouldn't have let Reese. Kevin? Sorry, just spacing out. Our next destination destinations that circle, but if you have anything else you want to do first, speak up now. There's no telling what's waiting for us after we step on it. Understood. So, wir haben endlich unser Buch und wir sind in Kapitel 1, genau, Investigation. Eine Sache muss ich noch nachgucken, und zwar, ob ich brauche den Zauber Clock Up, Earth, Items. Ich brauche genug. Ach Quatsch, das mache ich jetzt hier nicht. Ich glaube, das mit den Monstern. Monsterbuch haben wir sogar noch gar nicht. Lassen wir einfach sein. Normalerweise würde ich die ja analysieren, alle, aber ich glaube, das habe ich in den Teilen davor auch gar nicht gemacht. Das machen wir aber einfach ab Trails from Zero, weil da wird es auch das erste Mal wirklich gut gemacht. So, und willkommen in unserem ersten Dungeon. Check this out. It looks like that really was an entrance of sorts. Jade Corridor. Und das ist so ein bisschen das Ding. Ich finde, die Dungeons waren nie die Stärke von Trails. Und dieses Spiel besteht aus Dungeons und deswegen finde ich es auch so ein bisschen zäh. We still seem to be in the same bizarre enclosed space as before. We've got quite a long road ahead of us, don't we? We sure do. Kevin. Okay, unsere ersten Gegner hier sind Skelette. Monsters? How did they just appear out of nowhere? Ja, die ballern wir jetzt weg. Zack. Zack. Versuch's doch. Zack. Tschüss. Da war ja gar nichts. How can this be? I know exactly what you mean. There are a whole lot of monster types in our world, but that's my first time seeing any like that. This is like being in a totally different realm. The monsters weren't even the strangest part. Tell me about it. The elements against them weren't your usual affair either. Exactly. The three elements of space, mirage, and time were in effect during that battle too. Not just the traditional four elements. Very observant, rookie. Didn't think you'd notice to that extent. This points to yet another clue that we're a long ways from home. I mean, you'll find a boatload of monsters that are weak to fire in Zemuria, but you're not going to find any that are weak to mirage. You know how it is. Indeed I do. Spiritually, the world in which we live is in a relatively low plane of existence. To quote the Testaments, our world and the world of the goddess will forever be separate. She simply drops pebbles from above, known as miracles. Quoting word for word, though hey, I guess those are the basic principles. We just keep running into surprises. Space-time and marriage all here? It should be impossible. What about those monsters themselves? Honestly, they were less monsters and more fiends. Creatures that shouldn't even be allowed to exist in our world, and yet they somehow do without any problems here. And I doubt that those are the only ones. Are we going to be alright in here? Hopefully. They were tough, but not so tough we can't handle them if we're together. It's not that there's anything else for us to do back in that base area. Let's keep walking and see what we find, I say. It might be worth going back briefly to check our augment setups though, seeing as we've got more elements to account for now. True. Oh Kevin, let me give you this. Monster Guide. Oh, what's this for? It's called a Monster Guide. It was designed to record data on monsters, their habits, their weaknesses and the like. I think it would be wise for us to note anything and everything we come across here. Although I suppose Fiend Guide would be more appropriate here. You're telling me. Sure, I can't just store all this info up in the old noggin though. Already putting enough stuff in the grounds with the notebook as it is. My hands are gonna be numb at this rate. You complain way too much, Kevin. You're a knight. Do your job. Yes, ma'am. No time like the present, I guess. There, happy. Ja, und herzlich willkommen in unserem ersten Dungeon. Das wird... Ja, das ist halt unser Dungeon. Also, ich muss halt sagen, falls es noch nicht so ganz durchgeklungen ist, ich bin nicht so ein großer Fan von Trails in the Sky the Third. Und zwar wirklich aus Gameplay-Sicht. Ich habe das ja schon sehr oft, auch in dieser Folge sogar schon gesagt. Ich finde, Trails ist ein Spiel, bei dem die Story das Allerwichtigste ist. Na, was haben wir hier? Information. Did you know it's true that Zin's name was once written as Zane, but another name changed considered was Olivier's. The original suggestion was Oliver. This chest is glad that request never went through. Schön, schöne Hintergrundinfos. Nee, und zwar einfach aus dem ganz einfachen Grund, weil das, was ich halt schon gesagt habe, ich finde halt, die Dungeons waren nie die Stärke von Trails. Und das ist einfach... Die Umgebungen hier sind einfach nicht spannend. Und es wird immer spannend, wenn man bestimmte Türen öffnet, die wir gleich auch, glaube ich, einmal hier sehen. Oder habe ich hier eine Karte? Ich glaube, wir werden hier eine sehen. I'm here because they ran out of jokes. Okay. Und ja, also es ist optisch im ersten Augenblick irgendwie ganz cool. Aber glaub mir, das wird nicht spannender. Das ist halt wirklich, that's what you get, mehr oder weniger. So, wir können die auch einfach schnell weghauen. Das ist das Schöne gerade, wir können aber durchspazieren. Ich bin mal aufs Ende gespannt, weil ich weiß noch, der Endkampf war das brutalste. Das war mit Abstand das schwerste. Warte mal, habe ich das nicht aufgemacht? Oder wird das auf der Karte gar nicht angezeigt? Der Endkampf hier war das brutalste, was ich jemals in einem Trails-Spiel gespielt habe. Das war schon echt hardcore. 300 Mirror. Chest to chest, my kingdom for a chest. Habe ich die oben denn gelesen? Gucken wir mal lieber nochmal nach. Nicht, dass wir da später was bereuen. Aber ich glaube schon, oder? War das nicht? Ja, genau. Das mit dem I ran out of jokes. So, da waren wir. Das heißt, wir gehen hier runter. Was haben wir denn hier? Ach, das wird einfach... Warte mal, wo bin ich denn jetzt rausgekommen? Wir haben hier eine Karte. Ja, wow, ganz, ganz weit. Wir sind, warte, habe ich eine Maus? Ja, wir sind von hier nach hier gesprungen. Da hätte man sich irgendwie auch die Mühe sparen können, einfach einen Weg dahin setzen können, oder? Egal. Ich bin ja prinzipiell sowieso erstmal froh. Ah, hier, guck mal, eine Barriere. Auch das hier. Ich bin erstmal froh, wenn es überhaupt im Dungeon mehr gibt, als einfach nur den richtigen Weg zu finden. Hier haben wir jetzt mal wirklich eine Barriere, die wir erstmal irgendwie loswerden müssen. Aber ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass das was Schweres ist. Wahrscheinlich müssen wir einfach irgendwo... Ja, bleibt ja nur der Weg übrig. Dann müssen wir hier einfach irgendwas aktivieren und das war's. Da, Seals, was ist das? Wahrscheinlich ein Sealstone oder sowas. What's this? It's really pretty. It looks kind of like a cube of septium, but I don't think that's what it is. Yeah, maybe we should touch it and see what happens. Also so, weil das ist ja, Sealing Stone, ja, sag ich doch. Does it seem harmful? Nope, seems safe to me. Wish I knew what it was though. The light coming off it's so warm. The kind of slow, rhythmic glowing from it reminds me of a beating heart in a way. What's that? There's our cube again. Okay. Visitor from afar. You who possesses the cube. It's that voice from earlier. Just who are you? Where are you talking to us from? Raise the sealing stone before the monument in the garden. Then the barrier and the imprisoned shell. I can barely work out what it's trying to say. All I could get is that we need to take this thing to the monument. I will unlock another power cube. Make use of it. Okay. The cube's warp functionality is now available. Ja, die brauchen wir auch. To use it, click on the icon at the top right corner of the screen, then select the location you wish to warp. Ja, mit der also man kann das Spiel auch komplett mit der Maus steuern, deswegen man kann auch einfach hinklicken. Oh, what the? Beware the malevolent one. Gather strength, or you two will be forever. Okay. Don't even ask. I feel like I'm in some kind of weird dream that just gets freakier by the minute. I don't sense anything bad coming from the voice, at least. More like it's trying to guide us forward. True, it does. You don't think the cube has a will of its own and that it's the thing talking to us, do you? I doubt it. It kept talking about the cube as if it were a separate object. My hunch is that the source of the voice is someone else. Then there's that ich krieg's nicht hin. Malevolent one. It was bringing up too. I could see that being that man in black we saw when we were thrown in here, but it could very easily be someone else. All of this is starting to make my head hurt. Join the club? Well, let's try and take things one step at a time, okay? And on that note, the best place to start is probably giving the cube's new power a shot. You serious? Serious as can be. There aren't many artifacts that have the power of teleportation, you know? And in the situation we're stuck in, we need to use everything we've got at our disposal. Alright, be sure you're careful when using it. I will. So die Frage ist, kann ich das auch irgendwie anders aktivieren? Ja, kann ich. Base Area. Und da sieht man es schon. Das ist die Base Area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Etagen gibt's. Biblische Zahl, könnt ihr euch schon mal denken, was das bedeutet. Vor allem, weil es ja von oben nach unten runter geht. Ich finde, allein daran kann man es eigentlich schon merken. So, wir gehen jetzt aber erstmal zum Hermit's Garden zurück. Denn wir haben ja diesen Sealed Stone, was auch immer, den wir ja hier benutzen sollen. Und jetzt werdet ihr auch gleich sehen, warum diese Scheine ziemlich cool sind. Oh. Alright, that actually worked. Now we've got a quick way to get back here to safety if we run into danger. Und das ist natürlich auch eine Komfortfunktion. Und das meine ich auch, selbst Trails in the Sky the Third hat es hinbekommen, ein vernünftiges Schnellreisesystem zu machen. Und eins, das fantastisch funktioniert, wie ihr später sehen werdet, weil es gibt verschiedene Türen, zu denen man auch schnell reisen kann. Also es ist ein sehr gutes System. That does sound useful. I still can't bring myself to put much trust in that cube, however. I'm not planning to lower my guard around that thing either. I'll keep using it with caution, so don't worry. Anyway, next up's this little guy. That sealing stone? That voice made it sound like something would be released from it if we hauled it up to the monument. Any guesses? Nope, but I know how to find out the answer real quick. I'll handle holding it up, but I want you to be prepared for a fight just in case. We've got no idea what we're dealing with here. Understood. Dann, let's do this. Something's happening. Alright, time for the moment of truth. Das gucken wir uns jetzt auch mal in aller cooler Geschwindigkeit an, denn ich mag auch hier, dass wieder mit Kameraschwenks gearbeitet wird. Deutlich mehr auch in den Gesprächen Bewegung drin als in den vorherigen Teilen. Ich finde, man merkt diesen Schritt nach vorne wirklich. Die Barriere verschwindet. Yay. Und was bedeutet dieser Stein hier für uns? Denn da war ja was drin eingeschlossen. Aber was? What? A girl? Huh? What was that light? Isn't she the girl from the professor's photograph? Huh? Kevin? You are Kevin, aren't you? I'm not seeing things. What are you doing here? Where do I even start? But yeah, it's the real deal. Good to see you again, Tita. Looks like you've grown a little taller. You noticed? Mich würde mal interessieren, ob der Sprite wirklich größer gemacht wurde. I'm happy to see you again too. What brings you back to Liebe? Is this girl a friend of yours? Wait. I was in the house with Dad getting dinner ready because Agatha was coming over. Then all of a sudden everything went white and then... Where am I? This looks nothing like our house. Am I dreaming? Is this all a dream? Alright, I should pinch myself to check. Yep, this is the Tita everyone knows and loves. Alright. She's adorable. Ja, jetzt müssen wir die traurige Wahrheit erzählen. So that's what happened. This is all because of that artifact Mom pulled out of the lake? Honestly, we can't even be sure right now. Especially as if we assume that's the case. How did you end up here when you were all the way over in Zace? It makes no sense. You're right. It sounds as though you two were fairly close to one another when you were sent here, but Gransel and Zace are really far apart. Based on your account, however, we were all surrounded by that light at roughly at the same time. It's more than a coincidence in my eyes. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, whoops. I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? My name's Tita Russell. I'm an apprentice at Zace Central Factory. I'm Rhys Argent, a sister of the Septian Church. I've heard a lot about you from Kevin and your mother. Oh, you've met Mom? I have. She showed me a photograph of you, too. And now that I've met you in person, I can see why she boasts about you so much. Was she doing that? Oh, Mom. She didn't say or do anything inappropriate to you, did she? She tends to lose control of herself when it comes to people as cute as you. Lose control? How? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude by calling you cute or anything. It's just that you're kind of quiet and really pretty, but you've got this really unique aura about you. Unique? You're every bit as sharp as your mother. The goddess doesn't make them more unique than Rhys. Oh, please. Anyway, what are you, the two of you, planning on doing now? Are you going to keep looking for a way out of here? That's the plan, yeah. Now, not that we've made so much as a dent of progress on that front so far. We'd barely started exploring when we've found you. I see. If you don't mind, then please let me help you. Look, I won't get in the way, I promise. Getting in the way wouldn't be the issue here. That's a tough one. My gut tells me you're better off staying here, to be honest. You've proven yourself to be made of sturdy stuff, but like I said before, this place is just one big and very dangerous mystery. That's true, then who's to say I'd be safe staying here on my own? If I'm going to be in danger, I'd rather go with you and at least try to help out. Fair point, I guess. You're every bit as spunky as Estelle too, you know? You can't be serious, Kevin. Trust me, she's a lot tougher than she looks. She went on the Liebe arc and came back down in one piece, plus she survived Adius knows how many sketchy fights beforehand. Don't be so quick to judge just because of her age. But still, please, I really want to help. I'll do everything I can make sure I don't cause you any problems, really. Alright, if you're sure... You mean it? You seem to understand the consequences of your actions and what it means to worry others. And as long as that's the case, I've got no reason to say no. Still, please do be careful. Thank you, I will. Yeah, seriously, if anything were to happen to you on my watch, I'm sure my death at Erika's hands would be a slow and painful one. I swear I won't let that happen. Deal. Alright, let's get back to work. Once Tita's equipment is set up, it's back to exploring we go. Understood. Right. Okay, damit ist unser Team um eine Person gewachsen und natürlich müssen wir Tita erstmal ausrüsten. Auch sie kriegt natürlich über 2000 direkt, zack. Haben wir noch ein Grey Locket? Haben wir sogar noch. Sehr schön. Das heißt, wir können auch ihr noch, ja, sowas Schönes mitgeben. Hat sie denn Ordnance ausgerüstet? Ja, noch nicht alle. Das bedeutet, Moment, EP-Cut 1, machen wir natürlich EP-Cut 4 draus. Und Range ist für sie super. Attack 1 machen wir natürlich Attack 4 draus. Eagle ist okay. HP machen wir HP 4 draus. Und hier würden Grüne gut reinpassen. Machen wir doch einmal Shield und einmal Evade. Dann sind wir doch super ausgerüstet. Frage ist nur, ich glaube, ich kann jetzt nicht einfach wieder zurückspringen, oder? Nee. Da müssen wir den Weg nochmal laufen. Das ist natürlich doof. Das heißt aber, jetzt müssen wir nicht... Also, wir werden jetzt an den Gegner vorbeilaufen, so gut es geht. So gut es geht, habe ich gesagt. Es ging halt jetzt nicht. So. Den Weg kennen wir ja noch. Da wird es nicht so kompliziert. Der wäre relativ geradlinig. Hier runter, da teleportiert. Und dann müssten wir sogar schon wieder da sein. Genau, da waren wir. Da unten sind wir lang gegangen. Das war's. Huh? Wasn't this path blocked before? She was. What's going on? Is something wrong? The last time we passed by here, this path was blocked by some kind of barrier. But as you can see, it's nowhere to be seen now. Really? I wonder what could have caused that. Well, if we think about what's changed since when we last passed here and now, maybe it was releasing Tita from that stone that caused it to disappear. I mean, we haven't done anything else. Oh, I see. Still, that actually could be it. Huh, do you think? Think about it. The stone with me inside was near here too, right? Maybe that was more than a coincidence. This could be among one of the many rules that govern this place that we just haven't figured out yet. Rules? I think I get what you're trying to say. So in this case, we wouldn't have been able to advance any farther if we hadn't released you from that stone. That's right. I can't be sure, but I do have a good feeling about it. And a good feeling is good enough for me right now. We still don't have a clue who's responsible for the situation we're in, but it all feels very deliberately set up. Which is all the reason we'll need to be careful, I suppose. Ja, finde ich auch. So, haben wir hier irgendwas Spannendes? Nee, das ist nur ein Gegner. Und, ja, das ist eine von diesen Türen, von denen ich schon mal gesprochen habe. What's this? A shining door with a moon on it? Welcome. Bring to me the girl skilled in orbital engineering. Only then shall the door open. Whoa, I could hear a voice talking right into my mind. Looks like this door's got a will of its own, like the tree, spring and monument back in the garden. Will come a day when I get used to all this funky talking objects, I'm sure. I can only think of one person who might fit the door's description. You think it means me? Most likely. It's a pretty terrible riddle. It's sure not me or Reese. Hey door, it's her you mean, right? Indeed, she's the one I seek. Only she may enter. If she fears not the trial within, she should step forth through the door. Trial? Maybe it wants to test your strength to see if you're worthy of something. But apparently we can't even go inside to back you up in it. That's ludicrous. I propose we disregard this door and move on. Wait, I'm going to go inside. But Tita, hold on just a sec, there's no way. I feel like this might be another of the rules I was talking about earlier. Besides, we've got so little to work with as we try to get out of here. We need all the clues and help we can get. If it seems like it'll be too dangerous, I'll come right back out, I promise. Well, alright, we're counting on you. But like you said, if it seems too dangerous, come right back out. Don't expose yourself to any more danger than you need to. Do be careful. I will. Und rein geht's hier. Und diese Türen sind die Momente, in denen wir ein bisschen mehr Backstory bekommen. Oder eben spezielle Kämpfe haben. Moon-Chamber. Ach genau, Moon-Chamber sind, glaube ich, könnten Kämpfe sein und die Sonnendinger sind dann Geschichte. Wow, this room's so pretty. I wonder how it's made up though. Tada! Uh-oh. Overcome the trial before you, then I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Das Gute ist, ich bin super stark. Und jetzt müssten sie echt nah genug beieinander stehen, das heißt einer schon mal weg, 2 weg und 3 weg. Das war's. You have overcome the trial. Thus I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Zoom. Zoom. Approaching location. 320-310-300. Target in sight. Commencing operation. Coordinate adjustment complete. Activating boosters. Huh? What's that sound? What? Do I know you? We've really missed you, Tita. Huh? Oh my, don't tell me you forgot the sound of our voices while we were away. Oh, Mom, Dad. That's our girl. Sorry for surprising you, we just wanted to have a little fun. I was scared stiff, just flying in all of a sudden like that and walking up to me without saying a word. Plus you had those goggles on, so I couldn't tell who you were. You could have told me you were planning on coming back. Mom, are you okay? Why are you so quiet? Tita? Why are you so cute? Oh, Aegis, thank you for gracing our unworthy world with this miracle of a child. I'm never going to let you go again. Mom, you're starting to hurt me. Giving birth to this bundle of sugar was the best thing we ever did. How did I manage all this time without her? I'm so happy to finally be back. I can tell. I'd kind of like the chance to greet her too, though. Oh, sure, knock yourself out. Suppose you do have the right and all. Hey Tita, looks like you've grown a bit while we were away. Sure have. I've missed you both so much. Everything you do just melts my heart. Let me hug you again. Come here. Mom, please. Erica, I think that should probably wait until you've changed. That maintenance uniform is full of sensors, as you know. Oh yes, slipped my mind. In that case, shall we take care of business first then? Where is the red-haired man I've heard so much about? Are you talking about Agatha? That's the one. I was so hoping I'd be able to meet him. Now where is he? He's actually in Bose at the moment. Mom, you're acting kind of weird all of a sudden. Talk about lousy timing. Not that I'd be happy if he were. Her given that would indicate him being in close proximity to my angel again. Well, it's okay. We can always go meet him over in Bose next month if it comes to it. I'd like to meet him too. True enough. Word has it that a lot has happening here in our absence. I bet we have a lot to thank him for. Well, we'll have to go and give him a thank you that he'll never forget. I'll have to go with you and introduce you to him then. His house is real nice too. It's pretty small, but it's all warm and cozy. You've been to his house? Now calm down, Erica. Tita, try not to provoke your mother too much, alright? Was I? Agatha, you are going to pay dearly for corrupting my darling daughter. Hä? Are my eyes playing tricks on me? Grandpa! Always a pleasure, Albert. Sorry for not giving you a heads up on our return. Oh, nonsense, don't you worry about that. What are those things, if I might ask? They look like a vehicle with boosters attached, but they're called landing crafts and they were developed by yours truly. Most of the places we go to don't have the space to land an airship or any kind of landing port. There's not much point in an airship if you can't land it, is it? Is there? Which is where where these two beauties come in. Anyway, long time no see, Albert. It's a small comfort knowing you haven't kicked the bucket yet. I mean, how could I have been able to gloat if you were already 6 hours under? You really think a pathetic contraption like this is good enough to beat me? You must have forgotten who I am when you were out and about. One close look and the cracks start to show. Just look at them, I doubt they even managed 5 minutes. Fat lot of good they'll be for anything other than trying to show off to me. They won't be getting any real-world use anytime soon. Oh, how wrong you are. Have you know that we come all the way from the border with Calvert on these? From Calvert? Oh, did that catch your attention? I give you the craft's flight time is somewhat limited, but that's an issue where I can find an easy workaround. By firing them from an orbital catapult attached to an airship, they can fly a distance of roughly 120 Selk. So ungefähr, was sind das? 12 Kilometer oder so? After modifying the orbital circuits, we were able to record an operation time of blah 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 blah. Surprised? That stupid look on your face says it all. Not to worry, I'll give you as much time as you need for that shriveled old brain of yours to comprehend my brilliance. Brilliance? Don't make me laugh. You're talking to the man who developed the Kapitel. These are child's play by comparison. I don't even need to ask how you made them. I could probably develop a better version in my sleep. Say that again, you stubborn old fart. Here they go again. Will you two please stop fighting, please? Won't I read those files you sent me? You've got some nerves showing your face to me after exposing my daughter to so much danger. To say nothing of letting vermin like that A-word near her. Oh, get over yourself. I'm getting lectured on looking after people from the mother who ditched her daughter to wander the continent, am I? How about you look in the mirror before you go criticizing others, huh? Er hat einen Punkt, muss man sagen. Dad, can't you stop them? It'll be fine, let them have their fun. They're secretly happy to see one another again, I'm sure. But we're taking up a lot of space in the middle of the town here. How are people going to get past us? Yeah, that's a good point. We can't leave these two landing crafts out here forever. Guess we're just going to have to drag our quarreling father and daughter back home. Mind giving me a hand, Tito? Sure thing. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, there's nothing quite like home. Can I get some coffee, Dan? 1 coffee with plenty of milk and 3 sugars coming up. Oh, let me help too. I see you haven't mended your heaven ways. When are you going to grow up enough to understand that coffee is best taken black? And when are you going to understand that there's nothing worse than an old codger to set in his ways to appreciate another's tastes? Oh, I'm just telling it like it is. Adding milk alone completely ruins it, and then you go and plop, ja bla, pure coffee, bla. Ihr kämpft wieder. Here's your order, Erica. Don't let it get cold now. We'll have to settle this dispute another time. Well, time to drink up. Anyway, where are my souvenirs, Albert? Souvenirs? Why would I have any of those for you? You're the one who's been busy slacking off abroad. Forget traveling abroad. You are the one who got to ride on the Assail with Captain Schwartz. You're telling me you had a chance like that and didn't get me a photograph or her handkerchief or even a button of her uniform? Why do you want a button of her uniform? Mother's been a huge fan of her since the Captain's Academy days. Gott, ich kann nicht mehr reden. I swear if you have the time to think about such worthless nonsense, how about bla 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 bla. Aber jetzt finde ich so langsam ein bisschen Captain Schwartz. Sie steht drauf. Best chance, my board is there, she's a fine woman. Blah, now you've done it. I'm going to shut that insolent mouth. Sie kämpfen wieder. Und Tita, what is it? Oh, it's just that I finally realized it's kind of nice to see them fighting like this after all. Makes it feel like mom's really home, you know? Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, how would you like to do some shopping? I'll handle making dinner tonight, so I'll need to grab a few things. Oh, really? That sounds great. I haven't tasted your cooking in ages. Well, hopefully you'll be able to have it a lot more from here on. Neither of us are planning to head out for work again anytime soon, so I'll be taking over cooking duties for a while. For a while? Oh, I'd love to go shopping with you then. Great. So. Oh Gott, es ist immer noch nicht vorbei. Okay. That day's dinner was a real feast, and for the first time in quite a while, Tita was able to experience the joy of dining happily with her family. After dinner, you can leave the rest to me now, Tita. You must be tired. Go on to bed. I'm fine, honestly. I'm not doing any more than I usually do. I bet you're even more tired than I am, Dad. You rushed through all the work you had to get back here as soon as possible, didn't you? Well, you've gotten pretty sharp, huh? Well, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm 13. Oh ja, okay. Okay, was geht hier ab? What part of your daft brain thought you should start making this? It's why we came back here to begin with. Genau, that's what I believe. Maybe, but still. What are you guys arguing on about? Oh, you're still awake? It's past midnight, blah, blah. Blueprints. You didn't get out of the bath that long ago. You're going to catch a cold hanging around in here. You should be getting ready for bed. But I want to see those blueprints. Orbital engine, compact, new kind of airship. Come on, man, I really want to see. Oh, boy. Genau. Alright, I finished clearing up. Now, shall we go to work? Perfect timing. Angel to bed. It is past the bed time. What? Let's go, Tita. Quick look. Ich will es mir angucken. But du darfst es nicht gucken, du musst ins Bett. Du bist 13. Ich bin schon erwachsen. Nein, du bist 13. Let's start with this unit here. Bla 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 bla. Die haben ein Projekt, weswegen sie jetzt wieder hier in Liebe sind und deswegen sind sie vor allem nach Hause gekommen. Nicht wegen ihrer Tochter, weil die kann man ja mal ruhig alleine lassen. Tita. Sie lieben ihre Tochter total. Seriously, now go to bed. Good. So, genau, kann sich auch morgen angucken. That's a promise, okay? A promise. Yes, I promise. Okay, I'm going to bed. Let me... No, we won't. Good night. Good night. Und sie schläft. Leute, wenn eure Kinder so einschlafen, habt ihr alles richtig gemacht. Oder habt einfach Glück. Ich glaube, das kann man nicht anders nennen. Ui, immer noch nicht vorbei. Whether it warps above, this is amazing. Our burst technology is even more impressive than I could ever dream of. This is a fine understanding. Blah, 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 blah. Tell you, blah, 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 blah. Why the sudden questions anyway? We didn't actually learn of them through the information you sent. We knew of them before that. You did? Genau, die haben auch schon Ouroboros getroffen. Und bla. Ist immer noch nicht vorbei. Ui. Ich habe gedacht, das ist nicht so eine lange Sequenz. Naja. Morning Grandpa, morning Tita. Dad. Forgot that you and Mom are back. Sorry. Oh, hey, you said tell me what you're up to. That's still the plan. Hearing it from your mother and grandfather, though. Why? They were up discussing the issue all night. They both had their central factory. Thanks, off I go then. Tita. Might want to eat breakfast first. Forgot that too. Okay. Okay. Ey, ich hab halt jetzt gerade. Alright, I'm off. I won't. It's so great to have them back home. And now off to the factory. Ich habe ja doch gar keine Möglichkeit, das hier jetzt mal ein bisschen abzukürzen. Good morning, Mr. Murdoch. So Tita, good morning. Wouldn't you I did really big answer, blah. I'm sorry about her, she caused so much trouble. Maybe she doesn't care, bla bla bla. Also normalerweise sind die nicht immer so lang. Vor allem, es passiert jetzt einfach gerade nicht so viel Spannendes, deswegen rasen wir jetzt zum Schluss auch ein bisschen hier durch, auch einfach, weil die Folge jetzt schon ordentlich lang geht. Es geht um ein Projekt, um das wir arbeiten. Es ist nicht so spannend, was passiert. Es ist vielleicht ein bisschen spannend für das, was zukünftig daraus wird, aber Mom! Isn't that on Patamata? Sie versuchen nämlich so eine Roboter auch nachzubauen. You just came at the right time. Seen the robot in person? Well, yeah. Why do you ask? What is it like in person? Tell me everything you know. Really big. What are you looking? Potter's mother's data. Wait, you're not that we are. The two of us are ready to start work at any time. Alright then, it's time to get right to work on our task, making an archaism capable of competing against our buddy Patamata. Let the Orbital Gear Project begin. What? So, das war's jetzt aber, glaube ich. Nein, war's immer noch nicht. Why? Why do I feel like this? Ich weiß es nicht. Usually when I hear about something new or being invented, I get all excited. Get so caught up in what's happening that I tune out from the world around me and focus on helping Grandpa. But today, I just feel a little bit sad. Ja, wegen Ren. This doesn't feel right. Ren. Okay. War's das? Nein, es war's immer noch nicht, Leute. Deal with noise requires, okay, jetzt kommt Mom. Ja, bla 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 bla. Mom, was machst du hier? Ja, da kann ich irgendwie helfen. Ich möchte das Ren auch machen. Ich weiß nur nicht, was ich wirklich machen kann. Okay, was kannst du tun? There's one thing you can do for me. It's an annoying job, but if you're up for it, an annoying job, okay, I'll do anything I can to help. It's nothing that important really, but I appreciate it all the same. I need to go to talk to Murdoch and get him to sort out the paperwork to our return to Liebe. The way we returned home was kind of borderline illegal, so no official paperwork's been filled out anything. Cool with it, but Dan's brought up a few times, so it'd be good if someone could get it taken care of. So thanks. Okay. Okay. Eieiei, es hört nicht auf. Ich meine, das ist cool, aber es ist halt wirklich, es passiert die ganze Zeit nichts anderes, als dass wir eine Sequenz angucken. Mr. Murdoch, please protect us, bla, Paperwork, jetzt kümmern wir uns drum. That's a relief, ist noch nichts kaputt gegangen. Ja, jetzt fragen wir, ob wir das mit dem Paperwork machen können. Bla 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 bla. Jetzt kümmert er sich drum. Phew. I wish I knew what to do. As I'm not strong like his style, I couldn't say anything like she did. I know. I get them to let me help with the Orbital Gear's development. It really does end up having the same amount of power as Patamata. Maybe then I'll finally be able to have a proper conversation with her. Time to go and ask. So, und ihr Ziel ist jetzt einfach, dass sie daran teilnimmt. Die machen weiter. Here you are. Welcome back, Tita. Did you manage what I asked? Yeah, blah 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 blah. He's probably right now. Want to be part of the Orbital Gear's development team too. You? Yeah. Genau, sie will helfen und sie will Ren helfen. If I might permit to say my piece here. Say your piece? What are you? Genau. Well, it was kind of hard to say. Blah, 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 blah. I want to be involved in the Orbital Gears. I'm completely powerless on my own, but I still want to find some way to talk to her. And the Orbital Gears going to be able to fight on equal terms with Patamata, right? Then I want to be involved because I want the kind of power that Estelle has. Tita? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not considering using the Orbital Gear to fight Patamata yourself, are you? What? It wasn't what I meant. I want to make very sure of this. Do you understand just what we're making here? Well, I only get a quick... That's not what I mean. The Orbital Gear is a weapon. Genau. Blah, 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 blah. You're not making it because you want to hurt people, are you? Even the patrol airships use the... Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Es ist eine Waffe immer noch. Du kannst nicht daran mitarbeiten. Du bist ein kleines Mädchen. Well, blah, 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 blah. The standing, blah, 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 blah. But that's all the reason I can't permit... But I'm not taking this lightly either, you know? Appreciate how you feel, Erica, but I'm sure Tita's been thinking about this a lot herself, especially after all she went through. Want to show her a little more respect. Sure she has, but that doesn't mean I can let her be involved in developing a weapon. That we do. Blah, blah, blah. She doesn't need children. Blah, blah, blah. Ay, ay, ay. I know this thing is true. I know I really do, but then what am I supposed to do? Just sit around helplessly? I know I'll go and see what Dad thinks. Maybe he'll actually listen to me. Ja, vielleicht hört die Sequenz aber auch irgendwann mal auf. Ich hätte vorher speichern sollen, aber ich wusste nicht, dass diese Tür da kommt. So ein bisschen das Problem. Und wir kürzen das gerade schon ein bisschen echt ab, also gerade an Gesprächen. Dad, ja, jetzt frage ich dich, sorry, ich komme sofort. Lass mal chillen. Really? So she won't give you permission to join? Genau. Not being able to do anything. Well, like your grandfather, your mother has a very clear reasons for what she does. She's an engineer, blah blah blah, that's especially true. Jetzt erklärt er so ein bisschen den Standpunkt der Mutter. That doesn't change the fact that I want to confront Ren, though. Maybe what I'm saying is childish, I don't know, but it's really what I feel and I'm not budging. Those are some bold words, Tito. Don't think I've ever seen her look so serious about anything before. But even if they're bold, I don't think they're childish. At the same time, blah 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 blah. Genau, das wird schwierig. I know. Maybe I'm not going to be able to talk to her like that. I want in the end. I'm doomed. Blah 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 blah. You already know. Genau. He said fighting is all about guts. Well, that's not what I was talking about. I think resolve is a more appropriate word than guts. Bla bla bla. Es tut mir leid, es ist jetzt der Szene auch nicht ganz würdig, das weiß ich, aber es ist einfach, das wird zu lang. Es tut mir leid. Listen, she was part of our boss and she did some pretty bad things, sure, but that's not all there is. I spent some time with her, shopping with her, I sat and talked with her, so I know that's true. Deep down, she's actually a sweet girl. I'm sure she was faking it. She wasn't faking it either. It's who she really is. She's not some kind of inhuman monster. She's an ordinary girl who was like an excited little girl when we found a cute pendant in the shop. Bla 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 bla. Ja, du magst sie. Genau, ja. What do you think about all this, Erica? What? Genau. Can I ask you something, Tita? What are you going to do? Exactly the same thing. I'll do exactly the same as I would otherwise, because I already made up my mind that I want her to be part of my life, even if she doesn't want to be part of hers. Bla 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 bla. Es tut mir leid, ich weiß, es ist der Szene wirklich nicht angemessen. Es ist eigentlich eine emotional sehr wichtige Szene für Tita, um ihr Growth, mir fällt das deutsche Wort gerade nicht ein, zu zeigen. Jetzt darf sie doch mitmachen. Und das ist so jetzt das Ding, bring it on und los geht's. Thanks to her efforts, Tita was finally allowed to participate in the Orbital Gear's development. The familiar central factory was filled with a new sense of tension as it became the building ground for the new invention. Tita was able to work as a full-fledged engineer equal to the adults around her for the first time. She was also treated no differently than anyone else, meaning that Erica's demands were constant and relentless. But that was a source of true happiness for Tita. Finally, 2 weeks later, och Leute, das kann doch nicht wahr sein. Da haben wir's. Version 1.0. All done. Okay, die wollen es jetzt auch noch testen. But you still have so much energy, Mom. Okay, ja, bla bla bla. Ich kürze das jetzt ab. Das ist mir einfach zu lang. Genau, die wollen das Ding jetzt noch testen. An wem könnte man es wohl testen? Wait, tomorrow's Friday? need to start cooking then. Leute. Wir kürzen das jetzt ab. Das ist echt zu lang. Just realized tomorrow's the last Friday. That's when Agatha's coming. Genau. Agatha's coming. Agatha? I'm not sure I follow. What's special about the last Friday of the month? I forgot to tell you, this is going to be your first time meeting Agatha, isn't it? You see, he comes over here to visit once a month, blah 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 blah. So our dear friend Agatha is visiting, is he? What a coincidence. Genau, und sie will ihn jetzt für die Tests einbinden. Genau. You're saying you want Agatha to help, genau. Dass es so der Tenor ist, dass sie ihn dafür bestrafen will, dass er in der Nähe von ihrer Tochter gekommen ist und genau. Is it just me or do they seem to have Agatha all wrong? Bitte macht, dass wir das jetzt nicht auch noch sehen. Es tut mir leid, ich möchte, dass die Sequenz Side Story, oh Gott sei Dank, Orbital Gear Project Part 1 finished. Tut mir leid, dass das so lange gedauert hat. I think Adius, you're alright. Are you feeling okay? You look quite tired. I'm fine. I did have to fight some scary enemies, but I managed to pull through. That's good. So what happened in there? Well, jetzt erklären wir alles. I see. Yeah, sounds like this is another one of our rules, alright. In other words, first you need to meet some conditions to get the door to open. After that you fight your way through a battle or trial, win, and you get to see some kind of memory fragment and walk away with Mirror as a bonus. That sums it up. Yeah, that's how it was for me. The memory fragment didn't feel like it was quite finished though. There seemed to be more that I didn't get to see. Maybe there's more than one pattern to these doors then. Either way, every time we find one, we should probably note, genau, bla 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 bla. Memory doors, bla 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 bla. Da stand noch, welche Tür was macht, ist uns aber völlig egal. Weil, und das ist das Wichtige, das müsst ihr euch nur merken, da, Moon Doors, man kann zu denen direkt springen. Das heißt, man kann in den Dungeon auch dahin springen. Ich bin aber völlig fertig, weil diese Erinnerung viel zu lange gedauert hat und die ganze Folge dadurch ein bisschen eskaliert ist. In diesem Sinne würde ich sagen, danke fürs dabei sein. Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.